Hey, what's up, guys? Bebop Vox, and welcome to the Vox of Gaming. Here with Phil, Dan, CavemanFilms, really. Ian, VerbalProcessing. Once again, quality entertainment here, as always, talking about video games and everything else that went on this week and other weeks and whatever's on our brain and what we've been up to. Welcome. Yes. Yeah.
Got a stuffy nose.
You know what though?
Hello.
We should. I had a pretty eventful week. I know Phil did as well. We have some stuff to catch up on. But as Dan Caveman Film is our guest this week, let's go and talk about what have you been up to? What games have you been up to this week? What have you been doing?
I've been playing,
honest, baby.
I've been playing the Crisis 3.
Oh, playing the Crisis.
And
how are your bow hunting skills?
How are you bow hunting?
Yeah.
oh, I have murdered countless deer and antelope.
I was gonna say, have you attached the exploding bomb onto a deer?
Yes.
Yeah, explosive
Why
tip.
would
Who
you
hasn't?
do that?
I just
Because
realized
it
there should
deserved
be
to
an
die.
Napoleon
Why
mod
would you
for
do that to Bambi's mom?
Yeah.
Because
Why?
Bambi sucks.
No, childhood ruined.
Yeah.
Wasn't childhood ruined?
Is that out yet, or is it
Bambi?
still in beta?
No, it's out.
Wasn't the movie Bambi pretty hardcore?
It's out?
3? Yeah,
What
Crisis
was
Crisis
hardcore?
3 is actually out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is
Who
out.
knew that on the other side of Bambi's mother getting killed, there was a dude in nanosuit armor with a compound bow?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes,
Yep.
Maximum armor.
Man, it hasn't been getting exactly.
That's the backstory behind Bambi. It's really, some guy in a nanosuit came along and just like twisted her
They were
neck
years
and-
ahead of its time.
That was the whole fire. Yeah.
Yeah, it hasn't been getting good reviews.
The
though.
fire was a distraction.
It has.
No, I don't know why. I mean, it was mostly the
It's been
multiplayer.
doing- It's been doing okay. It's like,
Yeah.
what, in the 70s or 80s?
Kotaku.
What, people are complaining
not
about
talking
the
Bambi.
fire?
I'm not talking
I
about
was talking
Bambi.
about Crisis. You guys are talking about Bambi.
I'm talking about Crisis.
Only on this podcast where we start talking about a game and then immediately sidetrack to something completely different.
Yeah, it's now the Disney podcast.
It's the Monty Python of streams, really.
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
I
And
know.
we are
So-
totally okay with that.
Completely
Yeah,
different.
no, it's a good thing.
And an
Yes.
explosion.
Wait, hold on.
So how you liking Crisis so far?
It's pretty.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
That's one way
about
to
it.
put it.
But
How sandboxy
mean-
is it?
it's very sandboxy, but not really. What
Nah.
you mean
I mean,
going
like
from
sand in
playing-
your crack? You're never getting that stuff out of there? Are you dumping out your
Nah.
shoes after you finish playing? What's this?
Yeah, it's kind of.
Like, okay, give me an inch rating for how far you're finding sand up your butt crack after a typical play session. Like 4 inches? Literally in the butthole?
3 grand.
Yeah?
I
Yeah?
don't
3
know.
grams.
Yeah, grams. All right, you should start crossing the border, I think. You could make a little scratch on the side.
Yes. Yeah, the it's insanely linear still. I mean, but
Yeah,
Oh.
that's how first-person shooters go. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
that's basically.
So how can it be linear and a sandbox?
I don't think it's a sandbox at all.
Yeah.
Oh, because that's what they're claiming.
Really?
It's one or the other. It's
I'll see
either
how.
it's completely linear or it's sandbox. You can never really get an in between,
Yeah.
or at least from my experience.
Yeah, I don't know how they're claiming that, but I don't
Well,
know.
No, there is actually, I think there's a design that kind of fits that bill, and Far Cry 3 is a little bit that. The storyline progresses the same order no matter what you do, but there's enough world and enough scattered sandboxy missions for you to do in whatever order you would choose that it kind of allows you
Yeah.
some free reign. Well, then you could jump back onto the story train anytime.
Yeah.
I sort of found, I haven't finished Far Cry 3 yet for the reason of I just kept getting distracted. Like
Yeah.
I got
was just
distracted by
I
like 2
to drive
hours.
around and like. I found like a pirate ship like destroyed. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna do this. It was like
I was walking to a mission and
Yeah.
I could literally see the mission checkpoint right in front of me, and then
Yeah.
2 turtles came out in front of me, and I just had to kill them and see what I could craft out of them.
I
And it
feel
was
the
just
same
like-
way about
Yeah.
damn turtles in my life. If I see another
You had to murder
damn
them.
turtle, I am just gonna choke the knife or reach into that shit. Okay, you know what's too early for this. Okay, going on.
I like turtles.
It's just a case of I was just like, wait, I can craft from other animals. Ooh, I wonder what these will make. Shiny new handbag for Phil. You know.
Yeah, hours later.
I made one of those
Hours later.
rods they put on their head in Weird Science, only out of 2 turtle ships. It's like that. Dunk, dunk, dunk. And I made them 2 different notes, you know. Dun, 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 dun.
What?
So, Caveman,
Mighty
you were talking about what you
Python.
did this week, I think.
Yeah.
What?
Mighty Python and Far Cry. So what else are
What'd you
up
say
to?
again? Oh,
You-
okay.
you.
What else? Oh, me. Well, I've been doing magical things on the internet.
Yay.
That's about it. uh,
So, what, like, Making evidence disappear? Or?
Oh yeah. I've like
He just-
committed like countless
he's
murders
munching on
in the
his
past
pipe.
couple of days.
Why?
And he's just like, this pipe tastes good.
Walk on.
But,
Log on. Hey!
Oh, look at that.
Sorry. Asked you to
we,
get me
we,
a
we have
snack.
this thing where if anyone who walks in the background is a walk on. Although, what the hell are you putting in your mouth now?
Is that
Jesus.
a flute? A recorder?
Flute or record.
Is Pan master of mischief?
It just looked weird.
Yes.
I'll need to pick up Crisis 3 then at some point. Maybe.
Yeah.
I got a free copy of Crisis 2 for Xbox. So.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a whole ton of codes to our store to try and encourage people to buy Xbox. It was like,
You don't work
oh,
there
would you get
anymore,
them
though.
to take this? Yeah, I know. But you should go along there. If you buy some extra stuff, maybe there's some codes for some Crisis 2 games.
Maybe.
Just lying around.
Yeah,
Fucking
quite
endorsing
literally.
them.
There was like 100 codes there. And I was just like, you mind if I take a couple of these?
Yeah, I think I might sell some of these. Jeez.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not used to doing this. I'm like, oh, I'm so my face. Don't know what face position I'm supposed to be in.
Oh,
you-
elementary. The face position that is most comfortable to you.
You always pretend like you're looking at a penis on screen, so you always have that awkward
so
look
yeah,
on your
like-
face.
Oh, on screen. Oh, okay.
Yeah. All the time. That's how podcasts are. That's all you. That's all you. That's why Ian always looks like that. Verbal processing. He always looks like that.
It is. Yeah.
Now these aren't even glasses. This is just my face. This grew this way.
Yep.
Disagree with
This
with
pipe
Jufro.
tongue. It's really awkward. I had a tongue disorder, so I just had it fashioned into a pipe by like a student of the street.
It's just a surgeon sculpting it away.
Just says
Evolved
this
around
is
it.
not a pipe along the side.
Yeah,
You
it's
know.
like my tongue.
So
You should have it function to a pipe.
last week, so we didn't kind of have a podcast because I was gone,
Uh-huh.
but also Phil was gone. You went to freaking Africa
Kenya.
though. Yeah. For whatever
Your
reason.
dad
It was awesome.
He got lost.
Yeah.
Dates? No, that's terrible. to
No,
say.
no, it was good. Everything went really, really well, and it was awesome. It was quite funny though because when we got to the airport there, we got for our baggage, and Pontus, the guy that was picking us up, was late because of traffic.
Yeah.
And so we were just standing there, and slowly, like other people start filling out, and then people keep coming out and saying, "We can get you a taxi," and then we're like, "No, we're okay. We're getting picked up. It's fine." And we're just kind of going. Okay, so we're gonna give him like another 10 minutes, and then like if he doesn't show up, we're just booking a cab. Like it was
Yeah.
like,
We're just getting on the plane and going back.
yeah,
Sorry.
we're just leaving.
All because you couldn't
But no,
get a
no, he
ride.
showed up.
Jeez.
Sorry, UN. We tried.
Now here's the question:
Didn't work
Did
out.
you ride economic?
He was driving an imported Japanese Mitsubishi.
No, I'm talking about on the
So-
plane ride there.
I want to play
He's
right
driving.
there.
Yeah, you ride
Oh.
economy.
Yes, we were world travelers.
Yeah, is that
But
Oh my
no,
gosh.
totally. I
Is
wish
that how it
I
works?
could have paid more money and upgraded myself. 'cause
Economy is like torture when you're flying in a plane. It's like
on the way there,
Yes,
it wasn't
yes.
that bad because
it has
there-
so much little room.
We were in the
you guys
aisle,
are
and
so
then, like, I
posh
just
and over
felt
your
that-
heads now. Jeez.
No, it
always
was so
fly
cool. Like I
economy.
got leg room. Like I was, we were in a row of three, and there wasn't anybody in the middle seat, and then me and the other guy on the other end were really tall, so we kind of filled out like into that upper space and then into the hallway. But on the way back, this sounds like a really. I was sat between an Asian and a nun. And
Hey,
This is
I know
a
which direction
joke.
I'm turning.
Here comes the joke.
there is no joke. It was just really
Oh.
uncomfortable, and I didn't get any sleep. So
Wait, why was it uncomfortable? What was more
was like-
uncomfortable, the Asian or the nun, and why? And I thought we weren't doing the racism this week.
Yeah,
I
what
thought
the
I was
hell?
supposed to be on my
Wait,
best
didn't you have a
behavior.
rant about like how it's not racist to say what they are?
He had a pretty good
Yes,
rant
but
last
I got
week.
in trouble still. So you have to. I sat next to an Asiatic descended human being of completely equal standing with all the rest of humanity,
Well, slightly shorter standing, you know.
and a nun.
Oh, there
Ah,
it goes.
see,
There it
I wasn't
goes.
wrong.
He came out. What do you-
But yeah, no, the actual trip itself went really, really well. It was, we did 2 workshops, and then we did a training session with some of the UN guys, kind of an explanation of what the project was and everything. And yeah, it went really, really well.
For those who don't
the-
know, it's the block by block thing from Mojang where they were
Yeah.
doing the
in fact, the Mode Jam that they're doing at the moment, that's one of the charities it goes to, is Block by Block.
That's
Ah,
one of the
okay.
cool things about Mojang, though, is
Yeah.
that they always are like looking out for other people too. They're always like a
Yeah.
charity-ish. They're really good company. Like,
Oh, yeah.
And so that so that's why he went. He was had that
Oh,
way.
got
Yeah,
a
I
question for
traveled
you,
out
Bill.
with Vu, and it was great to just talk with him about other stuff and like where they see the project going and everything. So,
Yeah.
and the UN Habitat place was awesome.
Oh, I
Like
bet.
they have such a cool office. I've got a picture of it.
No,
Didn't
which-
they the thing where they built the town in Minecraft and then they made it or something like that?
Yeah, we got sent images of the area that they're doing for the first bit, and then we basically got asked to recreate it and put it in Minecraft so we could show it off to the people of the community there that are meeting to restore the area and renovate it. And so what we did this time was I got the updated stuff from an architect who had redesigned some of the areas. We added those changes to Minecraft and we took that to the area. So there were community members there that were like, "Oh, we don't really understand how everything's going to look." And so we had a projector screen. We loaded up Minecraft, and literally as soon as we went from the 2D architectural drawings to the Minecraft, they all just kind of went, "Oh!" and they just immediately got it. It was.
You're
Yeah.
telling me that all of the walls in this town are going to be 1 meter thick. Is that what you're saying to me, Phil?
giant brick
Oh, God.
blocks.
Okay.
That was the thing we said.
I
is,
need to
now,
understand.
This isn't exactly how it's going to look like, but this is a rough thing of what it's going to look like.
Yeah,
And
it's
it helped deter boundaries of what was changing and then how things would roughly work, and we could go through and show them it and change bits about.
It'd be more awesome if they did do that. They made walk on.
Walking
I
on
should see
behind.
that, but yeah, that's the UN habitat area there, and over the top,
there
it's
you go.
this massive arched over roof bit, and it's
Ooh.
just really really
This
cool.
looks like dorms,
Uh,
a giant dorm rooms.
There's
Oh,
like
look,
a
it's a
garden in the
giraffe.
middle.
Yes, we did do a safari. Yeah,
Of
there's
course we
this
did. We
wild
had to.
giraffe.
there is a Nairobi National Park 20 minutes from the city, literally it's part of the city almost,
Yeah.
and so you can just drive there. And look, zebra.
Zebra.
A zebra. A zebra.
Yeah,
Don't
they
you have
say
to
the
say
Z's weird.
zebra?
Is it a zebra or
No,
a
it's a zebra.
Yeah, man.
Zebra.
Just a big Z in the middle
Zebra.
of the road with a...
And we saw rhinos and everything as well. I think there's one. There's a rhino.
No, shit fine.
And city lions.
Hey, what's going on, Phil? Can I get in your Jeep
Well,
with you?
I-
I'll be
I-
real good. I won't even gore you with my horn.
I
All
raised
Adam
cats.
Sandler right there. That was
I
Adam
raised
There's a
Sandler.
cat. Well, you saw more cats than we did, so.
Yeah.
Wait, where's my phone? I want to show pictures.
No, I want to show
Yeah.
pictures. Hey guys, you come on over. Let me
Bebop
slideshow.
cats.
Slideshow.
Nothing.
So this is where we went in, and yeah.
Yeah.
You lived in a phone.
But no, it was really, really good. Really worth all the trip. So hopefully there'll be
So-
more
so
stuff
what
coming up.
about-
But the block by block website is coming up. It should already be up, or will
Walk
be
on.
by the time.
Walk on.
Didn't he
Walk on.
walk that way?
I have an
already?
infinite loop of people coming through it right now.
You just hired
Is there
him
a
to keep
loading
walking.
machine?
No,
You
one half of
floating
the room is
people
in a
just-
different time matrix than the other half
Oh,
of the room.
okay. So it's
it
actually
has
in
its
the-
advantages.
Yeah. The so
I
what other
put my
games?
head in there to learn the future, but I also age 10 years every time I do it, so I got to limit.
Walk
myself.
on. Walk on.
Walk
Walk
on.
on. Walk
Why
on.
don't you just introduce yourself, Pat? Over here. He refuses to be anything
Walk
more
on.
than a ghostly silhouette in the background. You know, the weird thing is there's nobody in this room with me.
Just blew your mind. So what other games you've been playing, Phil?
I picked up Infamous 1 again, but I didn't really play much of it.
Oh,
Yeah.
boy.
Because I just kind of wanted to feel like I just want to give it a try. Stop hurting
I
yourself.
know.
I've actually been teaching my friend how to play Halo at the moment because she
Yeah.
doesn't really play video games, but she came around to ours once we were all playing Halo, and she's like, "Oh, I want to learn." So we set a challenge where we're gonna do me and her versus two of our other friends who aren't as good as Halo, but they do play video games.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be really interesting.
Speaking of which, what
that
do you
was
guys? What do you think about the new the Bungie one FPS game?
Oh, Destiny.
Yeah,
be good.
Destiny. What do you guys think about that? You guys see the video
you
of
can
it?
tell that is their spiritual successor.
That's
to
going to
Halo.
be actually. I
It
think it's more
definitely
like a
is.
screw to Microsoft is what I feel like. Just like we're going to work a lot harder on this, so screw you, Microsoft.
Yeah, they definitely
Yeah,
kind
on
of.
purpose.
Well, they got the same art designers, so they're still gonna have the feel of kind of Halo or whatever else, because they still have
It's
that.
Mario O'Donnell
know.
again, so it's gonna be his style of music.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you
Yeah,
hear
I'd like to
his Stalin
hear
music?
more
His
With like
Stalin
the Red
music.
Orchestra Army or something?
Stalin.
Style.
Yeah.
Style.
Stalin.
I'm
Come
sorry,
on.
I don't hear that well, so it's
I don't
hilarious.
listen to communistic music. Sorry.
Speaking of which, what do you guys
Yeah,
think in
Russian
chat?
stuff.
We're over at twitch.tv/Vox also, and yeah, just tell us what you guys think in chat also of these, because I mean it's an FPS game. It's kind of like Halo. That's kind of like PlanetSide 2. And yeah, with the way that they were
Well, not
describing
really.
it.
Yeah,
Just with the
from what I
gameplay
can tell,
style.
it's not quite an MMO from my understanding. Like you can group up and do things with friends, but the world changes depending on different events. So it acts like that in the respect of an MMO. So I'm guessing if some people manage to do a certain mission, it will affect some of the other parts of the game, but it's still going to be single player somehow. I don't know.
Yeah.
It is weird.
I don't know.
Maybe it'll be
And
like
Blizz-
Dark Souls or something like that.
Ooh,
Maybe.
yeah. That's a great game. Great game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I picked that up
thought
actually the other day, but I haven't played it yet.
Ah, so much. It's
Yeah, I keep trying to go
Yeah.
back to Dark Souls, but that's a commitment.
it's supposed to be. Yeah, it's
you
crazy
have
hard
to
get
be
into it.
like prepared to have.
It's like,
your
okay, I'm
aids.
willing to die like 30 times now. I'm going to make sure I have time planned for me dying 30 times.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Yeah.
So you can't walk away if you die at the wrong time.
No,
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like, oh.
definitely recommend anybody if you haven't played it. The what are you doing, Verbal? Playing a bunch of
Well,
like scribble
I'm playing a lot
knots,
of
too, huh?
word games with
Yeah.
my wife. She kicked me out, and now I live on the patio in a shack that I erected myself. I made it out of matchbooks that I picked up from bars. All the sympathetic hookers, they took pity on me. They gave me their matchbooks, and I constructed myself a shelter
It's a terrible
out there.
game.
Playing
So he's been-
tiddlywinks.
Yeah, that is a really bad game. It's like SimCity version.
Real life.
Or actually,
Yeah.
just be like the regular Sim.
SimCity Hobo Edition.
SimCity
Yeah.
version drunk is what it is. Let's see. I finished Dishonored this week. In fact, the main time I get to play like really sit down and play games is when I'm exercising. Like I get on the bike, and I've got my control. I like you hook Xbox controller up to the computer, and I'm just.
Yeah.
So I did Dishonored, which I really enjoyed. I felt like it did not overstay its welcome, which was I like it when a game gets out before it gets old. And apart from it being a little bit abrupt when it ended, I was thinking about this earlier
Already
today.
beat it.
Yeah, well, I played it over. I've been playing it for like a year or something, just off and on. So
yeah.
I brought it into
Even
my
before it was
exercise
released?
routine. Well, has it been out for? It seems
Yeah,
like it's been
no,
out since
Not
last.
that long.
No.
Not
Not
that
a year?
long.
Okay.
It's
I've
only
been
been
about
out
half a year.
since like was
Few months.
it
Maybe August.
October?
August.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Was it August?
All right,
No, I
so
think it was earlier than that,
7
but
months
yeah.
or whatever,
Uh,
but 6. I don't remember. Whatever it is. I've been
Way to
playing
go.
it since
Way
around
to
the
go,
time
man.
it came out, here and there. And I was thinking about game endings and what I find to be satisfying earlier today because I always feel like games end a little too abruptly. I know that the screenwriting principle is get in as late as possible and get out as early as possible. But I feel like with games, there could be a deeper connection as far as a well-told story is concerned and connecting with characters that are going through an emotional arc. I feel like you need time to come down from that the way they did in Red Dead Redemption before they stuck
yeah.
it to you.
Yeah.
They brought you to the conclusion
That was
of
a
this
great
sort of
ending,
epic
yeah.
arc. And
Well-
then they let you just feel him settling back into his life and the challenges
Yeah.
associated with that.
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
really cool.
And then they
Not-
put the knife to you, and I really would have loved,
Yeah.
a level where it's just Corvo and in Dunwall Tower, and it's sort of not sneaking around, but sort of just settling back into your duties as looking after Emily and kind of where things went from there. And even if they stuck a knife into it at the very end with like a sequel twist or whatever, I feel like having that
That'd be cool. Yeah.
ramp down would have felt so
Yeah.
much more satisfying.
Assassin's Creed does it all the time.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. I was
Yeah?
going to say that
Yeah.
with Assassin's Creed 3, I really like.
All of them do it.
I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, I know, but especially with Connor, because you start with him as a baby, he gets born, and then you have actually play as him for a child, and that's the first time they've done that. That was kind of cool. I
Well,
like
no,
that.
they did that in Fallout 3 as well. Oh, you mean in the Assassin's
In
Creed
Assassin's
series?
Creed.
Oh,
Assassin's Creed, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
I do. You
Assassin's Creed
you feel as though you're evolving with the character.
Yeah, I like
kinda
that a
care for
lot.
the
Yeah,
character
okay. I
more
haven't played
than-
Assassin's Creed 3 yet. Assassin's Creed 3 or Assassin's Creed series and I have a long-standing rivalry.
Love it.
Not to kind of
Every one of
like
them.
spoil everything for you, but I feel like with Assassin's Creed 3, I enjoyed the start of the game and getting
I
up to
like-
that point
I
a
like-
lot more than the way I felt the game finished. I felt that when the game finished,
Really?
I was like, okay, that I just wasn't happy with that. I think they had such a great
Yeah.
start, then they just decided we're just gonna let things fall from there.
I feel like a lot of games have a weak finish because there's not a good business case for putting a ton of effort into the end of the game where you might
Well, with Mass
not.
Effect,
Yeah,
Had to bring it
otherwise
up,
it'll
huh?
backfire.
you
Had
have
to
to
bring it
care
up.
a lot to spend an extra $5 million to make sure the ending of your game is as polished as the beginning.
Yeah.
Because they know. I wonder what the fall off rate is for people starting a game and finishing. It's got to be like 75-80%, if not.
Yeah, it's high. I mean, I'll admit, there's most games where I pick up, and if I'm not totally
Well,
hooked and gripped,
yeah.
I just won't finish them.
But imagine if you did that with books. Imagine if books you just all right, piss off.
All the time.
Reader. I'm not gonna
All the
bother.
time.
It's like, okay, I'll read like the first 3 chapters. Nope.
Done.
Yep.
Yeah.
No, I usually the only reason I stop reading a book is if another book that's of a series I like more comes out, I just start reading that instead. So I've got a whole collection of Star Wars books that I've not finished, and the Warhammer series as well. Just because a Halo book or a Gears book or a Mass Effect book will come out, and I'll be like, yeah, must read now.
Like,
Oh.
did Harry Potter
I'm just
go
like,
to
I just say,
Hogwarts?
oh, I guess I'm enjoying this as well. Like, oh, what's that new thing?
Speaking of
I really
which,
wish I could smoke in my house. I'd like to have like a haze around me.
just like a jazz club haze.
Yeah.
You are missing that. You got the lights.
Rang along at the jazz club.
Speaking of which, how are you liking the weekly updates of rumors with Star Wars? Like, oh, we're gonna have these people, being guest stars and bringing them back, and
Bringing
God,
them back.
every week.
You know,
there's
I actually
something
looked
new.
at,
I'm gonna say one thing. I think this maybe make a few of you mad at me. I don't really like Star Wars that much. I like the first 3, and then the rest of them kind of.
You're also
bad.
Wait,
kind
wait,
of
wait,
wait.
you're pretty
That's
young
what they're
now.
Wait, let's clarify. Do you mean
Yeah,
first 3 is in original trilogy, or do
Yes,
you mean
the
as in?
original trilogy.
Okay,
I have,
good. No, that's fine. I don't
I have
Yeah.
the box set on VHS.
I can see Phil leaping off camera, and then you hear like.
I like Star Wars
He just
Episode
tackles
1
Dan.
the
Just
best,
murdering him.
okay?
I was just gonna say, if you were gonna say that you like the prequel trilogy more than the original trilogy, that would, yeah.
He just comes in through the window.
Jar Jar Binks is my favorite character. I see him adding so much plot to it. And
Murdered.
just love-
Just
Star
hang
Wars
out
7
with
turns
Skyfall.
out the Jedi main character is going to be a Jar Jar.
Meats are going to kill everybody.
Yeah.
That's funny. At the exact
Well,
moment
I
Dan
think
looks over,
that-
like, "Oh God, Jar Jar's here!"
Do any of you guys watch the Clone Wars at all, or the Clone Wars series, or know of
No.
it? The
I heard
animated.
it's. I heard it's
That's
really good. A friend. Well,
It's good. I mean, it does have Jar Jar moments in there, but it's a
Really?
kids show, and I guess when you think of it in the terms of a kids show, Jar Jar works as a character. I think they can get away with him being
Oh yeah.
in the Star Wars universe for that point.
Kids show.
But I think, yeah, if you want to have something that's for the grown-ups who appreciate Star Wars,
I think they've made it clear that they don't.
No.
Yeah.
Well, that's why I
it's interesting.
sold it
We'll see
off.
Yeah. We'll see
Yeah,
if
yeah.
J.J. Abrams could.
that's a
conserve
good
the line.
deal. Hey,
I just like
Disney,
money.
Disney, can you please make a film for grown-ups that's not in any way going to reference to Jar Jar
Yeah,
Binks or
good,
any
good
other
luck
kid
with that.
things?
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
But so
Well, at least Disney has a track record of a somewhat successful rate of timeless characters. If not
Yeah.
far from flawless. But
Well, I think in a way, Jar Jar is timeless. You're always going to remember the most annoying character that ever existed, but
like
Well,
everyone has that.
yeah.
Did you?
and nothing
so is,
brings people to the merchandising rack like the
Like
most
that.
annoying character in history.
is Harrison Ford definitely going to be in the next
No,
one?
they
Is
were talking about bringing him back.
that-
No, they were talking
I thought you were
about
gonna
bringing
say-
him back as like a just some
Yeah.
side thing.
Yeah, I think he would work as coming
I know,
like
he's
in,
so
like,
old.
himself.
I thought you were gonna say, is
You- if
Harrison
you
Ford
age the same-
definitely alive?
Yeah, is he still alive or what? Is he...
Like a just
But
animated
if you have
corpse.
it
He
as
gets
though it's
watched
like,
by, like,
okay,
a
this
giant
is it, like
pebble or-
further on, like in the future and everything, when the Jedi thing's all set up and everything, he would be that age, so it wouldn't be too out of the realms to get him to do it. But I don't know. I looked at, I was watching Mark Hamill things the other day, and I was just like, yeah,
Yeah.
he's not coming back as
No,
is he?
no. God, he looks so much
Shock
different
twist,
now.
he's gone to the dark side because of his time playing the Joker.
Yeah, it changed him as a human
Oh,
being.
that really sucks, though. The guy who played the Joker dying, like, right after.
Talking about Heath Ledger.
Yeah, Heath Ledger. I mean, he was a good Joker, too.
Man,
he
I
was
love A
bringing-
Knight's Tale
How
too.
was it?
There's never gonna be another two Knight's Tale. No.
What's a Knight's Tale?
A Knight's Tale? You never saw it? Best Heath
not seen it?
Ledger movie ever.
Oh, that sounds familiar. Was there a lot of like rock? And,
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
jousting?
They did
Yeah.
like
That's
Queen at the very
that's
beginning.
exactly how you describe it.
It was
And what's the Knight's Tale
medieval.
about? It's about rock and
In
roll
a
music.
time where expectations were to fall in line and be like everyone else.
Yeah, it was Queen
Showing
and
the
everything.
flowing
It was
golden
great.
hair, right?
Yeah,
He
but
dared
just like,
to
literally
defy a king.
the opening scene is just like it's a joust about to happen and everybody's going, you know, we will,
Yeah.
we
Well,
yeah.
rock you. Yeah, it's great. It's hilarious.
The rock music and everything as well, and they don't expect it, and then just like, okay, I'm finished.
And they did that throughout the whole thing. They had like modern songs in it, but the so games though. I went to the UK this week and went to the Crisis 3 event, and I went to EA Studio. That was awesome. Went with Martin was there, and the little one was
Yeah.
there, and
You have fun?
yeah, just gamed it up and tried it. So
Was that the EA studio in Guildford?
Yeah.
I thought it was in London.
Yeah,
No, it was
that's
in
the one we
Guildford.
went to for.
Yeah.
That's the one we went to for Need for Speed. So
Ah,
That's
okay.
cool.
Criterion are there as well. Criterion are the first floor. I think you were on like the third floor or something. Or something, right?
We were on
Well,
the very
I-
first.
I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
probably shuffle things around. So
Yeah, it was
you had
pretty
a lot
awesome
of fun
though.
there. That's great. And
Yeah, it was
playing
the-
Crysis 3.
Yeah, it was the first well, I guess real studio. Well, I mean, I've been to like Infernum Studio in Berlin and stuff
Yeah.
like that, but this was like the first like big AAA title, you know, and they had all kinds of cool stuff and statues everywhere and everything. So
That does sound really cool.
yeah, I did one behind the scenes video. Well, I did one interview video where it was kind of me just taking the piss out of them, where I was asking questions like, so where's Homefront 2? How's it going? How's you working on Crisis 4 yet? How's you know, and kind of went into so platforms. What do you think about the PlayStation 4? You gonna be doing anything on it? You know, and kind of went into all these questions that they can't answer,
I actually,
and they just ignored
I
it.
actually
We're
heard
that guy.
one thing about
Yeah.
they were saying that they wanted the next gen consoles to have 8 gigabytes of RAM. Ta-da!
Oh well,
Isn't
yeah.
that what they said during their announcement, that it had 8 gigs of RAM, although it might be shared between video
Yeah.
and general system?
Yeah. But still, that's pretty cool.
how much RAM does like the current consoles having?
I don't know.
Oh, it's
The Wii,
minuscule. It's like-
okay, so the Xbox and PS3 both have about 500 megabytes, and then
Really?
the Wii U has and the Wii U has 2 gigabytes, and then PS4 has 8.
Yeah,
Can you
that's-
imagine that the PS3 up there and the Xbox are both running half a gig of memory?
Yeah.
Well,
Like-
it must be most of it's probably going straight to the processor, so it's just bypassing the RAM.
They don't have much. They don't have much OS, so I mean,
It's still
it doesn't
crazy
really-
though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but you want to store textures, you want to store models, whatever it
Yeah,
is you want to have quick
exactly.
access to. That's a lot of data.
But-
I left the single digits of RAM behind a long time ago. So
Oh
it's-
yeah, man.
Yeah, I've got 16 on mine, but I still think I need more.
yeah. Oh, yeah. You can always.
Once you kind of had a taste of
Oh,
that
yeah.
speed,
You
you just kind of want to go, I want more.
But it was, to be fair, it's also DDR5 RAM they announced, so it's like
Yeah.
RAM that we can't even get yet, I guess.
It's,
I don't know.
Well, no, we can get it. It's just really expensive, and it
What?
ups the cost of it.
Oh, you can
Did they
get
say how much
DDR5.
memory they're gonna have in it? Like how much memory
No,
storage?
no,
is
that's
gonna...
the funny thing. Like they didn't
It starts
announce.
out 250.
They
No, I've
didn't-
heard that it starts out
Did
250.
they? Oh, I think it
250
said like 500. It was so funny because if you
Well,
guys,
the
How
Ultra
long are
Slim's got
installs going to be on this
the,
thing?
the Ultra Slim's got 500 gig. So I
Yeah,
imagine
yeah.
what they'll do for the next gen one is they'll probably
Oh,
keep
yeah,
it either at that or they'll wrap it to like a
But
terabyte maybe.
It was funny though because they didn't announce that. They basically, it was so funny. If you end up watching the abridged version or something, they're like, so this is
Yeah.
what it will have. And they're like, and for all your gaming needs, a solid state hard drive. But it didn't say how much or what kind. It literally
yeah.
gave like kindergarten specs.
Plastic
of,
outer case.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
like,
Did you
are
love also how they
serious?
kind of went, oh, you're going to get a controller, and we're also going to include this really cool sensor bar that tells you about the moment. And moving on. And
Yeah.
Honestly,
Yeah.
I really, I don't like their controller. I mean, it looks cool.
No. Well,
But I see
did
no.
you see the
point-
original design for it though?
Oh
The
yeah.
original
No.
design had the two balls that you have on the the ball
Yeah.
that you have. It had two of those on top of the controller, so your controller had testicles basically.
Yeah,
So-
basically.
Now
Why-
the testicles are inside the controller when I saw it. There's two.
Yeah, their testicles
Yeah.
inside the
Actually had
controller.
a scrotum.
Yeah.
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 Now they're in the scrotum.
You
Because
actually, I
I
came up with
guess
that. Oh, I shouldn't show you guys this. I shouldn't show them my.
Your
my-
scrotum? Now I'm good.
Wait,
I'm
okay,
good.
we were talking about testicles and scrotum, and you're like, oh, I shouldn't really show you this. That probably means you shouldn't.
Well, you know how they have truck nuts. You should have controller nuts too. you know?
Oh yeah, I gotcha. Actually, I've seen your truck nuts. I think.
A couple times.
Oh,
Yeah.
It was an
I've
accident.
seen those too. I've drove around and I've like seen people with like these 18-wheelers just come up with like truck nuts on. I'm like, what the fuck?
If you're in the
Now,
south,
here's the
it's
weird thing:
usually
when you have
there.
an 18-wheeler, do you want to put like a tiny pair of truck nuts
Yeah.
on your 18-wheeler? Doesn't that
Yeah,
basically
really.
say you have shriveled nothing testicles? You got to drag like some wrecking balls behind
Yeah,
that to
yeah.
show any actual
Gonna
masculinity.
slam it into your truck, you know? Jeez.
Yeah.
You need like that sculpture from Fight Club dragging behind your truck, you know?
Yeah, definitely.
I'm mono working, but I make up for it.
Yeah.
Oh,
So,
man.
so speaking of though, this whole PlayStation press conference. So, how many? Who actually saw it though? I saw the whole thing.
I
We
saw
were
most
watching
of it.
here.
And if I
saw the whole thing.
I missed a
Okay.
few parts, but I came back and watched it on like websites like Kotaku and stuff. So I'm pretty good.
I
But
saw the whole thing apart from like when streams went down or got glitchy, but
That was like randomly, but
Unfortunately, I came back to the whole car sex part. That was yeah.
Yeah. that was
oh
pretty weird.
yeah,
The bit where the guy's just like, he's like,
it
Feel
wasn't
the lever.
yeah.
You want to experience
Yeah,
the
it's like-
smell of the car.
Yes.
You want to
The
go
inside
in
of this car
and be
goes
part
really
of the
fast.
car. Be in the
I love when you both
car.
talk at
was
once, whisper
was the
in my
most
ear.
creepy-
It's perfect.
it
Sorry.
was like the creepiest thing I'd ever watched. I was just like, literally everyone we were on TeamSpeak, like all talking about it at the time, and we were just like, what has this turned into?
Yeah, yeah.
Sony,
The-
what are you doing? Sony, stop.
Yeah, it was, and it's weird too because it wasn't even for Forza or anything else. It was for some other random like,
Why would it be for Forza? That's a Microsoft thing.
was it?
No, it was for that. It was.
Or
It's
something else, I
called.
don't remember.
Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo.
Yeah, it wasn't
no,
Gran
the game,
Turismo or
the game
anything.
is called. Yeah,
No, it was like
that game's
Drive.
not. That's not.
Yeah.
Gran Turismo. I don't think it's called.
Drive
No,
Club.
it's like it's a
Yeah,
Drive
Drive
Club,
Club. That's
yeah.
the one.
Yeah, that was it.
First rule of Drive Club: do not make creepy sex videos.
But that's the first rule: is do it
What's
because
the second?
Yeah, apparently.
What's the
Green
second
Green
rule of
Splats in
Drive
chat
Club?
says, did
There are
you
no
see?
other rules.
Green Splats in chat said, do you see that YouTube summary? Yeah, it's called the abridged version, PS4 announcement
Yeah.
abridged version. Definitely watch that. It's
Yeah.
more funny if you actually saw the announcement and then watch that because you're like, yep, it was like
Pretty
that.
GD funny if you didn't see it though.
Yeah,
Yeah,
is it? Okay, all right.
But it's
Because
like-
Why
uh,
did?
oh god,
sorry. It's just
I
like
was
that.
awkward.
Yeah, awkward. But it's like the other, like the Microsoft E3 press conference a couple of years ago, and like people make like these mashups. It's basically the bridge version, and it's like we'll show you things that have never been done before. And you just see a person in front of the TV going, and then it's just yeah, iToy, and then
Yeah,
Yeah, it was the bit where it's just like the Asian guy who was just the happiest guy.
oh
in
my
the
god,
world.
I was
And
watching
it was
Twitter.
so.
Yeah, we were all live
And then the
tweeting
nun
and
comes
watching
in to
Twitter.
shoot
Yeah.
you.
And
That's what I loved about
everybody,
that guy.
once who was he part of? He was part of I can't remember the studio, but everybody, it was a
Capcom,
Japanese,
wasn't he?
yeah, Capcom, yeah,
Yeah, he was Capcom.
Everybody just talked about how they wanted a little Capcom Japanese guy in
Yeah,
their pocket.
everyone was just like, "I want one. He's so cute. I could just take."
Twitter
him
was just like blowing up with that. Yeah,
I love
it's
Twitter.
hilarious.
It was so amazing watching everybody like just kind of go like, "Wait, what?" or like really cool things. Because I think every announcement had like a kind of, okay, that was just worthless or like pointless, or it was like, "Oh my god, wait, what?" Like when Blizzard was like, "Say, I know I'd like to invite Blizzard on stage." Everyone was just like,
Yeah,
"Whoa!" I think it
Everybody
was like
knew it
I think it
was
was
Diablo.
Game Station or someone was like, "My body's not ready for this.
Yeah,
We are
yeah.
not prepared."
Red.
everybody.
I
That's
don't know,
what I
Red,
mean.
you make
Everybody,
your body ready.
everybody knew it was Diablo. So I don't know
Yeah.
anybody who was surprised.
Everybody
It was-
called
How is that
Diablo,
even
even-
an announcement?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like,
What could they
we
say
have
about
Diablo
Diablo? They'd be like,
yesterday.
"Oh my god!"
yeah.
Well, I think it's just more the fact that Blizzard's like now gonna make like.
Well, I think it
console
made
stuff.
everyone mad about it because they're like, okay, you gimped on the PS or the PC version of Diablo 3 just so you can port it to the PS3 and PS4, and you're not even going to fix the PC version first. That's what everyone's.
Yeah, the Diablo 1 though was on PlayStation, so I
Yeah.
mean, it kind of makes sense they kind of went
Yeah.
back to it.
Blizzard spent
Oh,
their
yeah.
deal with me. They gotta work.
I think
snap
everybody was just
me
hopeful
back.
for Titan or like.
They got to
just,
earn your
like, for
respect
that to be
back.
what it was.
And
Yeah.
they're hurting too over there. They calling like every day. They're texting me around
Yeah,
the clock.
is
Come
that
on,
it?
baby, let's just go out and have a drink. See what happens. I ain't
Nope.
having none of it.
Can't get you back.
To be fair, though, the Blizzard announcement was nothing compared to Square Enix. A, showing off a year-old video, and B,
Oh,
then going,
yeah.
so we've
It's
got a
Final
really cool
Fantasy,
announcement. You need to go to E3 to hear it, though.
Aw.
Yeah.
There was literally
Oh, just
no reason for Square Enix to be there.
No, there was no.
At
there
all.
was
Yeah.
no-
They showed that video. I swear was at last year's E3.
But the
It was-
yeah, the
it
Agnes
was-
prophecy
it was
thing.
E3
Yeah,
last
yeah,
year.
I saw that at E3. Yeah,
yeah, and then their only other thing was saying, okay, we'll see you at E3 for anything really new. And
It was basically just
By
like.
the
"Don't
way,
forget
we
us."
spent $2 million
Yeah.
bringing you this announcement.
of what you've already
Yeah.
seen.
I get. It was basically just that Square Enix being there to say we're still relevant. Please,
yeah, it's like, oh yeah,
please invest in us.
we're going to be on the PS4. Please buy it. Please buy our stuff.
Poor
Yeah.
guys. Poor
Although
guys.
I did
But,
like the fact that there were lots of new IPs for it in a way. Like there was.
Oh yeah,
I
what
did like
was
that.
what was it? Was that one that was talking about there was the superheroes and cops and it was like
Superheroes and what?
Infamous. That's what it was. Yes,
Oh,
Infamous.
Oh,
That's not a new IP.
No,
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 it's
but not on
super-
PlayStation though. I think right.
Yeah, it is. It's been on
Yeah,
PS.
That's a
Has it
PS3
been?
exclusive.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Infamous and Infamous 2 are PS3 exclusives.
Exclusive,
so,
yeah. Okay. But nevertheless, I was happy to see a new gameplay video for Watch Dogs. What?
Hey,
Jeez.
hey.
Oh, it was so beautiful. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. It was
Petty
so
crime
beautiful.
splashes across your entertainment
Ah.
system.
And they show off a
Steals
lot
from
of.
ATM machines.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just the fact that you can literally in that game. You can just walk around stealing people's money for a while.
Yeah.
You know.
And he
Why
didn't
not?
even give any money to the bum. What was up with
Nonsense
that?
killing hookers in Grand Theft Auto in 1991. Never mind.
Even then, it was hard to get money. You can only get money from hookers. That was it. This, you can get
Yeah.
money from anybody.
Yeah, oh, okay. Now you can ruin
great.
ordinary citizens' lives as well.
My other favorite thing, though, is that it's in Chicago. Because I'm from Chicago. I'm like, yes, a game finally based in Chicago, like off of Chicago. There's no game.
And
Maybe
that's
LA
the
Noir?
first sign of the apocalypse.
Was that it? Yeah, is that it? No, that meteor 2 weeks ago was the first sign. That Russian meteor, that was crazy.
All I have to
Yeah,
say
I
is
saw that.
I am really glad that insurance companies encourage people to use dash cams for stuff like that. Because if
Oh,
not,
no
we wouldn't
kidding.
have got that good a view.
Yeah, there were so
of,
many amazing camera shots of it, like entering the atmosphere.
Yeah.
But
And people were just like, oh, why do people have the cameras on? It's just like, well, because of the legal system and everyone wants to
Yeah.
sue each other.
yeah. They're
We
like,
want to
what? No,
know."
they knew it was gonna happen. They planned it.
That's
Yeah.
right. That's right. They just told all the Jews to get out of the. Oh, you know, I've gone to a
Oh,
wrong.
you went there again. You went there again. We were trying to stay out of that this week.
It's well, you
Wow.
know, it's Russia. Come on.
Every time. The
I did love it in a way, although it was obviously bad that all the glass exploded and hit the people. Like just the reactions,
yeah.
they were just like, "Whoa, that was so immediate!" Whoa, and they're just like they don't care about the meteor crashing. It's the window exploding that
Oh
somehow
yeah, I
got
mean,
the
it's
biggest
immediate
reaction.
danger. Yeah, for sure.
Okay, man, your mic is up. We can't hear you. I think you were talking. Oh no, Caveman's dead. We can't hear
What?
Caveman.
Plug it, unplug it, and plug it in.
I see it above your head too.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
How's that?
Oh,
did
it's
I
so
do it?
loud. It's loud.
There we go.
Oh god.
I'm sorry. I'm
There
sorry.
you go.
I've been trying to talk for the whole time.
I was
Is that
like,
better?
wait, his mouth is moving.
Well, I
Oh.
finally got a word in edgewise. Now I know
What? You
how.
need help? What? You're being robbed? What? I was like, I can't hear him.
Oh man, I was being held at gunpoint.
This, we're all saying
Anyway,
walk
I was
on.
trying-
and
I've
then
been
the
trying to
dude's
talk.
just
I was like,
grabbing
what? Are you guys
and
just like ignoring me or something?
He's like, God,
Like,
these
the
guys
Slytherin's
are
right behind me.
douchebags.
Yeah,
He's
it's
just
like, what the hell?
ignoring me.
Oh man, but I've been trying to talk the whole time. I don't know. When was the last thing you heard me say?
I don't remember.
Hi,
No.
my name is Dan with Caveman Films.
Yes.
Oh, man, yes, definitely. But yeah, the PS4 and the meteorite thing, they weren't even being affected by the meteor hitting. It was just a sonic boom.
Oh yeah.
And they're like, oh, loud noise.
That's how we got him to the window. They're all like, "What the hell was that noise?" And then when it hit, they're like,
Yeah.
"Oh, snap! Glass in the face."
And
That
that's
wasn't
just
fun.
how the meteor eats its prey.
Yes.
Yes, it's almost like it's just
But now, like-
we're gonna wow them with luring them in, and then we'll kill
Yes.
them with a
And
glass.
then the little meteor spawns will come out of the woods and eating them up. That's right, while they're
Yes.
distracted.
The
Are you Irish now? Is that what you are?
I don't know what
Oh,
I am.
he always goes
Like,
on that
I
one.
was. I
That's
meant
like
to be
default.
Russian, but I went into the wrong voice, so yeah, I had to go with it. You got to watch out for meteors over here. It's bad news.
It's crazy.
Yeah, but like now everyone's going after like the pieces of the meteorite, like a gold rush or something, because they're supposed to be
Oh, yeah.
that's each, and they're like, oh, money, money.
And that's how the alien infection spreads.
Yep.
Don't people watch Hollywood movies?
Beware of the blob. It creeps and sleeps and slides across the floor. Relevant. Relevant.
And that's where it gets started. The but on Watch Dogs though, like the new stuff we saw was like the poles that come out of the ground now, the safety poles that were stopping cars.
Yeah.
It was that you can of course
And
hack the
subway controls,
train.
obviously.
Yeah, the subway controls. Oh
Watch-
my god, so much fun.
Did anybody else find
What's
the
funny
guy
though
that
is-
kind of did the voiceover and like they announced for it, like just really creepy? Like the
No,
fact
I'm
that he
trying to
was
recall
like,
him.
if you watch the gameplay trailer back, he like commentates over it, and it's
Like
just
backwards. Like
That
it's
is-
a backwards masking thing. Rhythm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not as creepy as the infamous guy though, because that guy
Yeah.
was like, I protested and got sprayed paint.
yeah,
that
nobody
guy
knew
was
what that was.
creepy.
It was just
We're
kind of just
"What?"
like a wait. Are we watching like a riot like thing here? Is he trying
Yeah.
to tell us to go out and start burning things?
He's like, when you can't trust the police. That guy looked like he just got back from Iraq or something, like bombed.
Did you see his face though? There's like the screenshot of that guy. He's kind of like at one point just like
I'm surprised they didn't make
just
him
like
a meme
really
yet.
sad.
They didn't
Yeah.
make him a meme.
So how do you think the progression is going to work in that game? Will you start out
Watch
being able to
Dogs?
hack miner stuff, and then will you gain access to municipal power
Well-
systems?
Well,
or-
no, I know what this is how it's going to happen. Okay, so during different points in the game, you're going to have to go to the Apple Store and buy a new iPhone, and each one has
Upgrade your
more
phone
ability.
every time.
You have to upgrade
As
your
you play,
phone.
a new iPhone comes out.
If you want to level up, you have to go and buy another Apple product.
Buy a
Yes.
new iPhone.
Yeah.
Like it's the iPhone 5 hack, and then the, no, I don't know. I thought it was a
Oh.
good joke.
Ah,
no,
fix
I-
camera.
Video, but nothing changed.
So the last year's was it last year's E3? Yeah, last year's E3 when they
Yeah,
first
Last
showed
series.
Yeah.
Last year.
off. No, it
And
was
like
last
everyone
year.
was like, "Oh God, the graphics are so good."
Well, we were talking to we got the behind the scenes like personal interview with the guys, and we did a little recap video afterwards, but we couldn't show any of it. And they were talking about how it interacts with your tablet and your phone, and you can follow everybody as it goes on. So the biggest thing that they said though was that as the game goes on, you get more and more information to these people, like hacking into their lives and everything else. And
Yeah.
eventually it goes to like, yeah, the bank account's easy, but eventually it gets into like being able to control their lives, like from their job to everything. It's really crazy, like how every NPC has their own story
sound
and
evil.
detail.
Here's some
Yeah.
That is
evil. Last year's game, I was like, what game should we play? Let's play a game where we can completely screw with people's lives
Yeah.
and really tormenting.
I mean, Pocket God.
Black and white too.
What I really like
I
about
thought it was
Watch
called
Dogs,
IRS, but
Yeah, really, not true. But I mean, Watch Dogs isn't just going to be PS4 though. It's going to be on Xbox.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It's going to be on the Wii U too, which is going to be kind of weird.
Think so?
PS3. Yeah, it's
I didn't
on
see
Wii U.
anything on that.
PS3.
Yeah.
Because
Oh,
the
wow.
Wii U's still
PS3.
relevant.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say what the graphics. What? That
Yeah,
doesn't
well,
sound
actually,
fun.
well, it's going to have between PS4 and 360. It's going to use it's going to use the textures from the PS4, but the lighting from the 360. It's weird, but
what? Wow.
I'm
it's confusing.
confused.
yeah, it's
My
weird.
brain hurts.
It's gonna use blast processing from the Genesis and
blast processing from the
got
Genesis.
a Mode 7 processor we're gonna slip in there for the.
And you need a memory
It's gonna be
card from the
hypercharged
PS1 to
and
make
all
it
that
work.
stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, have you noticed that they're using hypercharge? New slogan for the PS4. It's like our console's hypercharged. It's going.
Did
to-
anybody
Oh,
play
they were
the-
using
the
all
Sony
kinds of
drinking game?
stupid verbs. They were using all kinds of
Yeah.
stupid.
Did you not play the
terminology.
drinking game? Like it was like if any titles were announced that were Sony,
Yeah.
you had to drink. If they used like silly words like synergy.
Yeah, I heard that so
and,
many
like,
times. I
Other
was
stuff like that.
you
Low
typical
hanging-
Or just like
management schmucks.
expansive. There was like a point where
God.
it's like, what was it? It was the videos where all the developers were talking about it.
Mm.
Like we were just like, running out of time to do shots at that point. It was just like,
Oh, you were
this
actually
is just so
playing it?
horrible. Yeah, of
It's
course.
That's hilarious.
I can't handle when like companies try to make up like funny words or words that they think is actually a good marketing point, because it's usually not and makes you turned off from the product.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like 1 year's Mega will be next year's Ultra, will be last year's Super, will be this year's Craft.
The best
Yeah.
part was the very
Yeah.
beginning. The very beginning when they were trying to foreplay you and build you up for like 15 minutes, trying to have sex with your face, talking about, oh
that's
man,
what the
we
car guy
know
was doing.
gaming, and man, they were talking about the history of gaming and all the way up to like, all this garbage. Yeah, they were really working
Yeah.
it. And then,
trying to have sex with my face, and I have dry mouth.
well, they were doing it.
no mouth. What are you doing?
The
Just have a mouth.
what was it?
Oh, the bottle.
Oh,
But I'm
oh.
like Watch Dogs is like the only game I'm actually truly excited for that they've
And
announced for
Infamous,
the.
I think.
Well, I really want to.
Well, Infamous is okay. Yeah, I like Infamous, but
I want to play Knack because I feel like that's a really nice throwback to old games you used to play.
That's
like,
very,
Yeah, I mean,
pixely-
especially with the
Knack-
fact that it's.
Wait,
you know,
but can't you
what's
just
the
play
space?
old games
yeah, that's
for
true.
the throwback?
But
I could,
see,
but
Knack
it's-
just seems like
it's
it's a
new.
Steam game. Basically, it's something they could run on any other console. It doesn't really have to be on the PS4. Exactly, definitely didn't have the graphics of a PS4.
No,
They
it's
look
just
like it run on.
all about
But yeah, it's
print,
just,
pixels.
Yeah, yeah.
But what's
but
Deep Down? Well, let me take a look at what Deep Down is.
Deep down, yeah, that
Deep
was
Down
pretty
is
cool.
pretty.
There's,
I'd like to
there's
know
some
what that
cool
is. But
games.
although I fear from what I kind of saw from it, it looks as though it's going to be like a move game or something. I can sense that that's whereas everybody looks at it and goes, "That'd be really cool," just like either on a controller or like on PC or something. They're going to turn around and go, "See this really cool thing you're all excited for? You have to use one of these."
Yeah.
I mean, Nintendo's
literally wave it like
really
that.
gotten off the point of that. Have you noticed that they've like with Wii U, we're going to freaking abandon the Wii remote. We're never going to use it. Here, look
Yeah,
on your
they're-
iPad thing.
Speaking of like wavy wand remotes and junk, talking about the controller and how they were making those clay, like on that, like everybody thought they were tripping balls because they started making these claymation people out of their controller. It essentially looked like what was ZBrush, and they're making these, you know, with different worlds and everything.
yeah.
I
Yeah,
immediately
that's-
tweeted Matt and was just like, "Hey, look, new form of time lapsing. Not in Minecraft. We can do it with
Yeah.
these things." You know.
Yeah, just gonna do PlayStation now.
Yeah, we're gonna move on to whatever the hell that was, and then we'll have a little rock concert with our puppets and
Yeah,
however the hell that works.
yeah, that was weird.
It was
I was
just
like-
trippy enough.
I was like, yeah, let's show everything that nobody's ever gonna use. Like, it's like wannabe rock
Yeah.
band, but way worse and inconvenient. I don't know.
It's like everybody seemed as though they was having a good time, but then you look in the background of the characters, and it's like, what were the actual guys doing? They're going,
Yeah, they were not having fun.
it's like, this is your fun experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Masturbating.
Wait, solo.
It's an
Yeah.
interesting piece of tech, and the aesthetic that they developed for those characters are really sexy. So maybe they have something cool in mind for it. I
Yeah,
mean, I'm
maybe
willing to
so.
go. I'm willing to give Media
Yeah,
Molecule the
visuals.
benefit of the
Yeah, it
doubt.
looks pretty cool actually.
The bro killer. How many penises do you think are gonna be made with this feature? Yep, that's pretty much the way the internet's gonna
Yeah,
go.
yeah, that's-
Hey,
Well,
look how
they
many
pretty much
penises we can animate.
Can't not make a penis with that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
go ahead. And
I just
stick
think
my
everybody's
Cintiq.
going to be like really focused on, like, especially with E3, it's going to be so this Connect
E3
bar.
is gonna be-
What are you doing with that?
Oh
now?
god, that
You know?
Connect bar reminded me of the Nintendo Glove
Kinect?
because the Nintendo
Oh, yeah.
Glove you needed to have sensors that
Power
were on
glove?
top of your power glove. You needed it on top of your TV, and it's like wow, you guys just really kicks back on that one. You know, I mean, it's essentially it looked
Yeah.
like the Kinect one. Yeah, you're right, but
Yeah.
it was just
you're right.
like here
It
you
was,
need
it was
two.
like,
I'm
oh, hey,
confused.
it was the way they described it. It's like, here's a device that will map out your room for you. Oh, like Connect. Oh, look, it's a little black
Oh, yeah,
box
yeah.
bar like that. Oh, look, yeah, just like Connect.
So
And so,
weird.
what is it called?
Yeah, no name. There was no name.
Attach, engage with.
Yeah.
Oh, but it's not as dumb as Smart Glass, so I find that really stupid. It's like, hey, look, it's something that no one will ever use.
I've seen a little bit
glass
about
is
it.
basically like the whiteboards from Law and Order CSI, where it's glass,
Yeah,
so you can
yeah.
see the dude writing from the. Like, who would use that whiteboard other than to draw a mustache on Carl's ass? Like, all right, guys, here we go.
Like
Google
smart
Glass
boards.
actually sounds pretty cool.
I still have to look into that Google Glasses and stuff. I never saw the
I saw the
progress.
trailer.
I saw the
basically the
fake
trailer.
trailer. Yeah, I saw
Oh,
the
no, they just
concept.
released a new one. They just released a new one the other day.
Hmm,
And basically, all
mustache.
it is you
A
put
new
on
one
these
of what?
glasses. You put on these
You
glasses.
jab
and then you
yourself,
have, like,
your eye out.
I did. But there's like a little monitor right here that's like in the way all the time.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like
yeah, the Google
Vegeta's,
Glass
like-
presentation.
Yeah, basically, it's
The
yeah, it's
little
like a
video
scouter.
thing.
But you
Yeah.
could. What was it? That guy that was just like, as soon as there was like a voice act, like, search
can
command
actually-
or something, someone's just gonna run up to you and go, 2 girls, 1 cup, and then run away, and then this person will be stuck there with their glasses, going, dude,
like,
why?
There's just feces spewing out of the sides. He's, God, the horror! Somebody else says, okay, Google, lock on my face. You know, there's just like sadness dripping out from the sides.
It's like a tear coming down.
Forcing the
That
lock
was
out.
when Google ruled the world.
It made everybody watch
Definitely.
2 Girls, 1 Cup.
But if you, yeah, but
Although I have never seen that,
you can
and I never
actually-
will. F all you those that got tricked into or
You're not true
voluntarily
internet, man. We don't even know you if you haven't seen it.
Wait, what was it?
you know what? Two
Oh.
Girls, 1 Cup is one thing, but you need to watch Kermit the Frog watch 2 Girls, 1 Cup.
No,
I'm
As
not
long
even
as it's
like-
only on the camera, never
on
leaves
YouTube.
Kermit. That's fine
It's on,
with me.
it's on YouTube. It's funny.
Oh no,
What?
Miss Piggy comes along and then they actually reenact it. It's
Oh
no.
God, no, please
Awesome.
no.
Why does my finger smell like bacon?
You've been a bad little piggy, haven't you?
That's right.
Squeeze
Hey.
for me.
Let me put on my trench coat from Muppet News and get my microphone.
But
Waiting to see how
anyway,
dark
you can
that's
actually
about to
Speaker
get.
comes on.
right now actually get Google Glass. If you had 150 grand, you could buy it.
Oh, sweet.
Now?
Yeah, if you have 150 grand, go get
Let me
it.
just give me
All
a
right.
minute here.
Well, if
Let
I
me
were
get
a
my
millionaire,
wallet.
Yeah,
if I were a multimillionaire, why the hell not? You know.
What? yeah, really.
It
So-
seems like people would be talking about it if they had it.
Yeah.
So the
We should just pool money together
that's
like,
just
as
get
a
one.
collective, so we have one, just so we can have one, and then
Yeah.
see what it does.
We could probably split it into two and have it Google monocle. You know, we could just go around like, oh, I see that Phil has arrived at the club this evening.
Well, yeah, It interests me in a little way because my dad actually used to do like heads-up display stuff for the RAF and everything in terms of like for MI6 and everything. And he's actually looking at going and doing some more of that stuff
Wait,
again.
is your
But
dad Q basically, or
I like to think that it was for
or
a
he
time.
worked for Q? Was he one of those guys in the background that'd be like,
was-
Q's like, hold my sandwich, and it explodes in his
Yes.
face, and suddenly he's
He
got
was the
herpes
coffee
and
guy.
dies, or...
He was Q's coffee guy. Yeah. But yeah, no, I was talking to him about it, and then like once Google like some of the features that were rumored or like everything about it, like I was just telling my dad about it. He was just like, we tried that like 20 years ago. Like you know,
Oh, yeah.
didn't work
what's
out.
new there?
No, things you never find out until like way later. Like, what was
Yeah.
it?
But back
Bill-
in the day when it was him, it was like a mechanical projector was mounted to one side of your head. You know,
Yeah.
you're always listing. You had
Half a
to, you had
mech
to
warrior.
load the reel-to-reel kind of blind. You know, the
Yeah.
light bulb would burn out or it would burn your retinas out. It was you know, bad times.
Yeah.
Bad times at MI6. I think that guy's a spy. Get him.
Bad time to test things out.
That should be a series. Bad times at MI6. It's just like an MI6 intern. It follows him around. It's like, oh shit.
It was
What's
just
he
like
doing?
it's like wiring somebody up. Like whenever you watch those old movies of wiring somebody up, they got this huge ass box that's like in their ass or something.
There's like a transformer strapped to their side.
Yeah.
It's like
carry around.
it's just a
pole.
tumor. It's just a tumor, I swear.
It's a radio
And if it's
tower
on
that
your
comes out
ass,
of them.
Oh,
I
if that's
have an
yeah,
enormous
it's like all you have to
goiter.
say is I have a really bad case of hemorrhoids. Don't go back there.
That's right.
do
You
it.
wouldn't want to see what I've got, okay?
You don't
Not
want to
wearing a wire, but I have a lot of funky Eastern European POs, so don't worry about it. Let's do this deal.
It's so true.
But,
The all right, so who, I don't know if
I
any
have
of you
to
guys
say
read
what
up on
game
this.
I am excited for.
What'd you do?
yeah,
Yay!
yeah.
Yeah, I'm totally excited for that.
Lovely.
Don't have it.
It hasn't come out yet.
It's not out yet, Keith.
I don't
Shia.
have
why
it
you
even
don't have it.
pre-order.
I've got it pre-ordered. I've pre-ordered the Songbirds edition, which comes with the Songbird statue and everything because it looks badass.
You know
My
what? They
friend-
should come out with a
have-
beer at the same at the same time called Biobach. You know?
Oh.
Sorry to interrupt you, Dan. Go ahead.
Well, I have a friend who's like really stupid. Like he's like BioShock
We
Infinite
all
isn't a
got
real
them.
series. And, yeah, I know. But he's like BioShock Infinite isn't a real sequel to
God.
BioShock. It's not taking place in Rapture, so it can't be a sequel. I'm like, really?
Are you sure he didn't say Bioshock Infinite is not a real series, okay? Because only technically can the Bioshock universe exist within
You don't
the
play as a
context of
Big
Rapture.
Daddy or some guy in Rapture you can't play.
That's right. This should be a completely different. This is marketing bullshit.
It's to try to
Yeah.
get it to buy because it's a
But you don't notice how
Final
everybody's doing that? Like, it's now Bioshock Infinite or Killzone, wherever the fuck they
Okay.
Berlin Wall, or whatever they called it, or you know,
That's
Infamous, the Sun, you know, or
Well,
The
here's
Other
the thing,
Sun.
is where does it stop? Because at some point, one of these sub-series gets so popular that it eclipses the original in its own right. So then it's Bioshock Infinite, you know, Tomb Raider. I don't know,
Yeah,
Bioshock
yeah.
Infinite Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
So did you guys hear about this? Did you guys
Walk
hear?
on.
You guys hear about this? Well, God, you hear about this RuneScape? Talking about bringing RuneScape back.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I played
yeah,
it.
all the trailers I've been seeing in the cinema, and it's kind of like, oh, that's a game. You do gaming? Is that something you'd like? And I'm like, it's RuneScape.
Yeah.
No.
They're
I
doing
actually
a
don't
special.
know anything about RuneScape,
Where
so
is
I gotta
it?
go look it up now.
Oh, Wednesday they already did it, but
Yeah,
they
it
did
came
it.
out today.
Well, they did like
like
a
the-
big live chat to see what direction they should go with it and stuff. But
Well, no,
Yeah.
they brought back the old servers today, this morning, actually.
a
So
lot
that's
of
kinda
people
cool.
hyped up about that.
I don't know why. I got back on it, and I was like, okay, it still looks like it's made out of clay.
Well,
and the
well,
gameplay
it's
is-
not supposed to look better. It's about nostalgia, you know, and
Well,
bringing back
yeah, I
the.
know, but there's a thing about nostalgia. Most of the time, once you get back to it, you realize, oh,
Yeah, nostalgia's nice to have,
The
but
bloom
never
is
nice
off
to
the rose.
actually go back and do things. Like
Yeah,
I went and played the original Force Unleashed because I remember the graphics for that being really, really, really cool.
Mhm.
And I went back and played it, and then I was just like,
Yeah, you never do
Uh,
that. Yeah, you never do that.
yeah.
Never
Like-
go back.
Wow.
And then what's funny is
fucking
that
crazy at
because
all.
you had to be a member to get back onto the old one. So I was like, okay, well, I'll go to the same spot in the new one, and I'm like, okay, this actually looks decent now, and it like plays better in a way. So it's like, why do people want it back?
Was RuneScape an MMO or
Yeah,
what
it's
was
an
it?
MMO.
Okay.
It's an MMO. It's a Java MMO, and I used to
I
do
remember
videos on
MySpace
this,
used to be
like, how
flooded
I
with it,
started out my
Bebop
channel
and-
actually. I used to do RuneScape was how I got into machinima and everything, so that's
Oh.
kind of yeah.
There you go. Now you
So-
got it back. Welcome.
I don't like it no more. The company became a bunch of sellouts is what they did. They started selling items and just doing these really retarded
Like
giveaway
everybody
things.
does nowadays.
Yeah, I know, but they're already charging you like $10 a month to play the damn game. They don't need to make you pay more money just so you can get gold in it.
No, they don't, but they want to. Because
Yeah, they want to, because what happens is they sold it to an American company, and the American company is a bunch of crap. So
The
So they go
Um,
by any chance kind of
Americans.
merge into EA at all? You know, did they have kind of affiliation with them?
yeah,
while they're
probably.
being built. Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
but no, I mean,
I kind of feel bad because like I don't like hating on EA so much for those reasons, but it's so hard not to when you're kind
Well,
of just like,
It's
why do I have to pay so much more money for something that's just not worth it, or for essential DLC essentially, or essential game
Yeah.
content?
It's funny though because it's all about, and I was talking to somebody else while I think I was talking actually to Lewis when I was talking about this, and it's funny when you think about like, oh, online all the time to play a game with DRM and stuff like that, but it's all about how you approach it as a company. Like Steam, realistically, it's a DRM company. There's very few games that you
Yeah.
download, but people don't realize that or rip on them as much as like other companies like EA or something. Like people are just like, oh, EA, and curse you for your DRM and Origin and this and that. But it's like Steam does the same thing, but they just
Yeah.
approach it more
I think it could be
tactfully.
argued that-
I
yeah.
what
say.
Steam is though is that you can still play your games offline if you really need to.
Some of them,
and
yeah.
most of them.
No,
mean, most of 'em.
I have a lot of games that don't
It's-
fully
Which
install.
ones can't you? Because I've never had a problem with playing any of my
No?
games offline, apart from ones that are like obviously supposed to be
Yeah,
played
like
online,
Call of
like
Duty or something,
multiplayer.
you can't.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
you can't do the.
Yeah.
You can still
Like
do
anything
single-
that has a direct multiplayer thing like attached to it, I'm not surprised that I can play that
Yeah,
offline
but-
because it's like I'm offline. I shouldn't be able to play
Yeah.
these features, but
Yeah. Also, I
Yeah.
guess depends on how you install them as well. But there are some games.
I
yeah.
haven't had any problems with Aliens Colonial Marines because that's such a great game.
Oh,
I saw
okay.
I
you.
say, yeah,
I saw you playing that
I-
one day. I was like, oh, bad.
Yeah,
bad
yeah.
fit. So let's
I
talk
am
about
playing it.
that. So Alien
Yeah, let's
Colonial
talk
Marines.
about
Yeah.
disappointing.
I decided that
it's
I was
kinda
going to
fun.
say, fuck it, break the norm. I'm going to just buy it and play it because even if I don't like the game because it's bad, I'll be able to laugh at how bad the game is
Yeah.
by playing it. So
That's what you call post-purchase rationalization, I
Yeah.
believe.
They don't feel guilty.
I knew full well. Like, come on, I was just like, oh, a new Alien game? Yeah, it's not going to be good. But
Oh, it's
Yeah.
it's such
Well,
a pity
anyway.
too, because the license. How can this license keep getting hosed?
Well, you know what happened is that the game has been in like developmental hell for like 6 years. First,
Yeah.
Bebop was working on it. They got about 75% of the game done, and then they decided, oh well, we're busy working on Borderlands 2, so let's send it to another company and make them work on it. And then they decided, let's just scrap everything and just do it our way. And so they did that. And then they gave it back, and they're like, "This is complete shit now. What are we going to do?" And it's like, "Okay, well, we're just going to fix all the bugs because we need to get it out now."
Yeah.
And
You
that's
see
what
that
happened.
what I think is that the voice acting in that game is just freaking hilarious. Like
Is
whoever
it?
wrote the script for that is. There's literally a point where it's like one of you're with a Marine. She woke up and had this mysterious thing in
Yeah.
her face. Clearly she's. Anyway, you get back, and then Bishop's just like talking to her, and then he literally just turns around and just goes, "You're going to die." Just and I'm just like, who wrote this script?
You can
That's
hear, if you
so
listen carefully, you can hear Lance Hendrickson hammering the check after he delivers that line.
yes.
Oh, definitely.
One-liner, boom. Yup.
Yep.
The
But,
do you hear about the army of modders like coming in like, we'll fix this game?
Trying to make it.
Yeah, so it's just like,
Yeah.
oh, this is broken. Okay, we'll
Yeah.
fix this. Don't worry.
Yeah, and then we'll be like, we fixed it. But what's kind of funny is I'm like, what's your opinion of the Wii U? Do you think it's like this gen or next gen, like
How about it?
hardware?
I think
Oh.
Like
it's good.
Rise, hardware rise. What do you think? Is it?
I don't think it's
360
next gen. I don't think it's next gen. I think it's definitely on the road to being maybe there, like with the whole tablet integration. But
I would
I think
say,
it's too neat.
yeah, I understand what you're talking about. I'm talking about graphically. Do you think it's next gen or
no,
previous?
it's not supposed to be next. I mean, they didn't go. That's not their marketing
And
style. Where
that's
they
been their
went
strategy for
yeah.
several consoles now.
Yeah,
We're
but
gonna
this
be
yeah,
one
that-
half gen.
But the thing,
Yeah,
they're
take
they're
less
a
out
half.
of it.
So basically, what they are,
Current gen
it-
5.
the Wii U actually, do you know for Need for Speed the one that just came out, what is it? I got it right on the shelf.
Need for Speed, stopping for drive-through,
Yeah.
I think it's called.
Yeah, Need for Speed Most Wanted, right? They actually have the Wii U port of it actually has the exact same graphics as the PC version. They managed to get all the textures, all the lighting, and everything on the Wii U.
I thought the Wii U was only 720. Like it didn't even go to 1080.
No, that's one of the things about the Wii U is that it's
No,
1080p.
Yeah, it goes 1080.
Does it?
Yeah, so
Okay.
I mean, it's already 1080p native. Like everything runs.
Although you
1080p.
wouldn't be able to tell that from playing Zombie U because like it's just so freaking
Yeah, that-
awful.
Good
you
old
know?
And that game
Had to
was
bring it
pretty-
up.
Yeah, but it's still pretty cool. The Wii U is stronger than people think. And another thing is that the Aliens Colonial Marine, apparently they're actually trying their hardest to not make it shit when they release it on the Wii U. I don't think that's what any better.
So,
Yeah,
meaning what?
I wish they
Like,
did that for every other console as
It's
well.
like, hey, you're the shiniest of the turds. Thank you.
Oh, by the way, have you guys been playing any of the Dragonborn DLC? Yeah.
Skyrim.
I have been
Yeah.
playing Skyrim though
The
again,
hero,
in
the
trying to get to it.
dragons come.
Ian
Like, I
would just do
actually
the background
started
music the
modding
entire
it,
time.
actually. Like I got the there's a modding website, I can't remember what it's called, but you can get like there's like a better water, better lighting, everything.
Yeah, it's like
there's
1,000
actually
mods.
an Ian mod where Ian sings all of the Bard's songs throughout
Yeah,
I'm trying to do
Skyrim.
it quietly. You can do your little speech.
Yes. The Dragonborn
I like
song.
Skyrim, but I mean, it has so much scope. I haven't even finished the main story because of how much it has to do.
No,
Yeah.
it's actually you can do the main story in just a handful
Well,
of
no,
hours
it's
if
just
you
that,
get
like,
it's
distracted.
just it's that. But if you're playing a game like Skyrim, you never just stick to the story because you always
yeah.
get distracted by. You either get slowed down by looting
dragon
everything,
come
even though you know that there's nothing you want. It's just
It's
like,
like,
oh, I
oh,
killed a
I'm
rat,
going
I
to-
must loot it.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm going to the Bard College. Oh shit, a dragon!
yeah.
And then it like kills your party member, and you're like, oh.
Oh, look, another identical courier wants me to go on an errand for him. Oh, my relatives have died. Let's go see what's happening at the museum.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
distracted. Yeah, it's not good if you're ADD. So
I think it's
So-
a
What I
game
hated was,
for
like-
people with ADD.
Yeah, it's like with them in mind. It's like, you never want to get. To
I
done it.
actually made like a joke character where I was just like I was using all the console commands. I was just gonna like
Log on.
get all of like the
Log
log
on.
on, all of like the spells and stuff like that, and just run around. And as I was running through the level and like not looting anything, I realized how short the level was. I was just like, wow, there was nothing to that, like at all.
Yeah, it's just like run. You can run through them in like 10 minutes if you really try.
Yeah. If you don't do what everyone does and loot stuff,
Isn't the
game's
speed
really
run
short.
of the main quest like a couple hours?
oh yeah, it's quick.
That?
That's like how games are nowadays. Though, it's like if you really just do the main story, like they
Open
last 5
worlds,
6
yeah.
hours.
Open worlds is a little
Who
bit
just
easier.
does that?
Yeah.
I
But-
don't know.
Oh, but Resident Evil 6 is now coming to PC. I noticed.
That game is bad too. That game's so
Yeah.
bad.
Should
I
not
actually
be
got that.
permitted
I got that for
to
PS3 pre-owned, and I'm planning on trading it in.
The only Resident Evil game that's lately been good is the one that they released on the 3DS, and it did so well that they're actually porting it to all the other consoles now.
Oh.
Yeah, Resident Evil Revelations like is getting a 360 Wii U and PS3 port.
So that was good. Did you play it?
Yeah, I have it. It's really good actually. And I mean, what's funny is that all they did was up-res the graphics. The graphics actually didn't change because the 3DS actually ran the 360's graphics on it, which is
Here,
kind
let me hold on. Let me borrow it from you. Let's
Yeah, just grab it up. Yep, there you go.
hold on. Oh, thanks. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm gonna.
One day we'll be there, gentlemen. One day.
Just reach into the
One day
screen.
I'll be able to actually.
Now,
reach
what
and
happens if I
touch
reach
Keith's
up?
face.
No.
I don't know where we are in Scream Regions because I'm on the Skype call on the stream. So.
You've got Phil.
Stand
under your
on.
tuchus.
That's what you
Oh,
get.
excuse me, you got Dan under your tuchus.
Log
Picking your
on.
nose.
Log on. Log on.
Walk
Picking-
on.
Come on.
Walk on. Walk
What are you
on.
doing to me? I feel
Picking
violated.
your nose. Come on, man.
That's not my nose.
Where?
It almost rhymes though.
Here we go. Doing it? Yeah, there we go.
Well, let's see. Anything else like really this
Even
week?
adult.
I don't know. We destroyed
What do you feel about
PS4.
graphics though? Like, what do you think about the graphics? Like, I don't really feel that they impress me that much. I just feel.
Honestly, I feel like
I
any
think
of
I
that could have
liked them
been
enough.
on
I think
PS3, but
I think though.
Yeah, it's like.
it was more like PS3 Plus.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, oh well, it's a PS3 game except in 1080p and slightly prettier. Woo.
The one thing
I don't think that
Well,
like
there's, I
through
mean,
the streams you're not going to see it properly. I think until like we
But
get
no,
to
they-
this,
Oh, yeah.
everybody has a really nice
They-
TV and this console hooked up to it in the proper way. It's yeah.
the
Yeah,
ability
but I've already
to,
seen like they've already got direct feed footage out on
Yeah.
the internet in 1080p, and it looks good, but it looks like okay, Crysis 3 completely blows it out of the water in every way, and then I mean the Killzone game looked pretty good, but it looked like it was a stylized thing. It looked like CG instead of what they were trying to go for.
But I think if
It was still
everything
gameplay,
if
though.
everything in the game does end up looking like that, like if you are playing it and it is all as though you're playing in CG, I think everyone will be quite happy.
yeah, well,
I'm
yeah, that's a
looking
very
at
happy
deep down now, and I can't see this being in-game graphics.
Yeah, Deep
Yeah,
Down is
well,
kind of
apparently a lot
Well,
of
I'd
it
like
was-
to know what the hell that menu bar thing on like the corner, like wherever it was, where it like changed to like different items, like it just kind of spun around in the corner, like
Oh,
during a
I'm not
walking
sure.
thing.
But this is not gameplay. This is a
No, of course not.
Windows type.
But the
But it's
the character
disingenuous for
class-
them to
No,
put
I
a
mean,
damn
look at-
item selector in the lower left-hand corner. It's like
Yeah, but
The-
that's when I looked at that. That's what made me think this is just going to be a move thing, isn't
Oh,
it?
yeah.
You can tell it's.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
the game by-
yeah.
Capcom with the dragon fight and all that stuff.
Oh,
right?
that looked
Yeah.
You know what they should
beautiful.
bring back? They should bring back Time Crisis with the guns, like not the move controllers. The
Time
actual
Crisis
hookup
4.
guns.
Yeah.
You just get your own Uzi out and you provide your own gun.
Yeah, real life, man. Real life.
I had Time Crisis 2 for the PS2, and it was the coolest thing ever. Not
Oh,
having
yeah.
to
responsible
pay
for
to
damage done to your TV screens.
Yeah, I love that with the good old Time Crisis. That's all I gotta say. So what do you get?
I think I
there
have a
was-
Time Splitters arcade board in my garage, but that ain't no
Arcade
Time
board?
Crisis. Time Splitters is where you can rip
Time
off people's limbs and
Splitters.
beat each other with them.
Yeah,
What's
so
that?
brilliant
I'm trying to
game.
remember it.
It's like a real bad arcade beat 'em up, or it was either a beat 'em up or a fighting game.
Yeah.
See, my
Time
fists were up.
Splitters?
That
Time
means it's a
Splitters,
fighting
sure,
game.
that-
See, bully.
Time Splitters was more like GoldenEye in a way. Like in terms of it was like you could line up like 16 people and just go around and shoot shit.
That just reminds me of that
You
Golden
could be a monkey.
did. That was terrible.
Good old GoldenEye. The
Oh,
so
man.
what about that
So
share
Keith wants to keep
button?
asking a question, but I'm gonna keep.
I
like,
know. I
talking
was like,
over it.
geez, Phil, geez. They got that share button though. That's going to create like a billion Let's Players or really
That's gonna-
bad
yeah.
clips of on the internet all over now. Like so it
But it's
uploads
been
like
Hey guys, this is my Killzone 7 playthrough.
it's not even
as you
that. It's
can
gonna be
see, I'm
worse.
shooting this noob in the face.
Dan, I need you to take out the trash. Dan,
Oh, Mom, I wanna!
look, you said you would do it before you talked to your little friends on.
I'll do it after this. Let me record.
Look, that's what you said yesterday, Dan.
No!
Dan, did you take your Ritalin, Dan?
5 more minutes!
Dan, do you have to go in the naughty corner, Dan? Because I don't think you've taken your Ritalin today.
That's me in that corner. No!
Okay, when one of your two fathers gets home, he is going to have a real talking to with you, okay?
Oh, Senor, Dad is bad.
We're not sure which one is which, but they're both living with us.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the future of the PlayStation.
Yep. It really is because they're talking about, oh look, it's so easy. Upload a 10-second clip. Great. Just what? Great. Great.
Do
Just
10 minutes.
Well, no, it was like when they were saying like, oh, it's gonna be like Ustream and everything. There'll be like live streams for it. I guess
Yeah,
I like the fact that
dedicated
they're gonna be doing.
Ustream.
It will mean that we'll finally get some like console live streams in a way, like or at least PlayStation ones. But
Yeah.
it's as you said, anyone's gonna do it, and it's just gonna be horrible.
Well, it's the same way it's
Yeah.
going to be with Ustream now. Anybody can just hit a button and they're going to be Ustreaming and it's going to be just any and every.
But the
so
cream
many.
will still rise to the top. The question is, I think part of their strategy is, can we,
like
can
that,
we, I think that to some extent companies want to short circuit the YouTube phenomena a little bit because it takes a lot of control out of their hands.
Oh, yeah.
But at the end of the day, people are going to watch content that delivers what they want, and it's
Yeah.
just a question of, can they create a service that's so compelling people won't bother with YouTube, for example? It doesn't seem like that's the case.
Well, I find it bad that
YouTube
there seems
can't
to be this
even
whole
compete
kind of like they're trying to slant out YouTubers at the moment. Like they're trying to like all these like big guys are trying to say, oh, we want to make this open for everyone, and I'm just like, making it open for everyone is not why this works and is great at the moment. The reason it's good is because the hard-working people, the people that put time in and the good, script writing to it, the graphics, and have the knowledge of it, know what they're doing, that they makes it great. There's a high quality of it. I mean, yeah, there's some random crap where people just kind of go, lol, this is me playing League of Legends. And yeah, but people watch that and it's fine. But you don't want to have everybody doing that because it means that the few good quality things are just going to be not there anymore.
Well, but they will be. Because there's an
Well,
incentive in the.
They will be, but they won't be discovered as much as like other people's crap.
Signal to noise will be higher, sadly.
Yeah.
Sadly, but
Yeah.
Excellent.
Like it will come to the point where
Excellent
saying I'm a YouTuber with X amount of subscribers will mean nothing anymore.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I would hate
What
that.
I
time
got a lot
will
of work to
tell.
do.
It would be just like when
In a world.
I'm a doctor that used to woo people, and now it's like I'm a doctor. You probably killed my relative or something like that. It's,
Wow.
It's like, oh, what are you? A plastic surgeon? I bet that takes a lot to put plastic in.
dog on or cat on.
He was
Oh.
a surgeon
Was it?
in a world that didn't understand anymore how he could save lives.
I don't know. I don't know where I'm going.
That's
with
what it
this.
was.
Surgeon
Dragon's
Simulator.
Dogma.
That's what it's all going to be.
Darkest-
Surgeon Simulator.
Dark Arson. That dragon game that
Dark
was on
Arson?
PS4. Dark
Arson
Arson.
Simulator?
Dark Arson.
Surgeon Simulator with the lighter.
It was deep down. Dragon game was deep down, I thought.
Deep,
Deep
deep
down.
down.
Some of these other
Yeah,
ones.
That
No,
trailer
that
was
was
just
that was a
what was
different
it?
one.
It was
That was a Capcom
beforehand
game.
that it was
But-
like the names, like people were making fun of the names of the guys on stage, like how they were like sexual innuendos, and then they would like announce a game called Deep Down. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
well, this
Yeah.
isn't doing
Okay.
any
They
favors
also,
for
had,
anyone.
they also had like their arms like straight to their side the whole time, so they're like this the whole time. They're like,
I like
Okay.
it was on Reddit. Like, we don't know what to do with our hands. Like when you're on stage like that. I'm exactly. Who wouldn't be
I
like
was
that?
in a
Apart from-
history class in high school, and we were talking about American history, and I brought up the fact that the informant, the informant in the Nixon scandal, the Watergate scandal, called himself Deep Throat, and the history
yeah.
teacher had no idea what I was talking about and assumed that I was talking about pornography. It did not help that he was a coach that had, basically gotten truddled
All
into
lumped
doing
with
his
the history
history
class.
teaching. But yeah, no clue. Deep
Yeah.
Throat. Now I don't know if the porn came first or the
That was a
or the
terrible
informant
name.
came first, but
Like, why did he pick that name of all names? Jeez. Then to find out who he was too.
that's why they call him like that, because he sounds like he's had the experience.
that'd be 325 per hour nightly.
I mean, come on. If you're gonna,
Batman's
if
not doing
you
it.
did a scandal against the president, I'd pick a way more badass name.
what would you be? Iron Falcon.
You'd be like, he'd be like
Iron
Americans,
Chill.
Americans and
Well, no,
quiet.
that's actually quite clever because then if anyone wanted to really put a nice spin on it, you could just say Nixon gets hammered by Deep Throat, or
I'm sure they
Choke.
tried to back
Nixon
then.
choked out by Deep Throat.
Yeah. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it. If you guys got anything else, that should be.
Nixon can't swallow Deep Throat's story. Sorry.
It was like more titles. Must think of more.
That's it.
Remember that one time where we're breathing oxygen and they found out that we're breathing oxygen?
That was
That was
awesome, dude.
that was a thing ago.
That was like pretty sweet.
yeah. I mean,
I tried to breathe nitrogen once, but it didn't go over that well.
and then my lungs caught fire.
Out
It
of
was
plant.
fun at all.
Something.
Oh, I know something. What about that Daisy mod for Steam?
Oh yeah, Daisy. Yeah, it came
Which
out on
one's that?
Steam.
The official Daisy mod or whatever. I haven't tried that yet
Oh, really?
because from what I got told, I mean we've been using Daisy Commander, and they were just like, oh, so what does it do? Pretty much the same thing. I was like,
Yeah, it is the
so
same thing.
why do I need to?
Has
I
anybody
downloaded-
done this song parody? Daisy, Daisy, give me your zombies true.
Ah,
Still
I'm
now.
half loaded with Russian vodka and goo. They're trying to eat my insides.
It's not the zombies you got to worry about
You
though.
always
It's the other
got that.
players.
I was talking about the other players.
Yeah.
Oh, the goo. That's where the goo came in.
That's
Okay.
where the goo came in.
And
Nick,
it's
me.
stolen.
I actually started to enjoy playing Daisy again until I went on the server, and then lo and behold, hackers came along. But it was nice hackers. It wasn't just kill me outright. They were nice enough to actually have some World War II bombers flying over and then just dropping missiles on me. So
They were
at least
inventive about it.
It was like, oh,
Yeah.
that's at least realistic.
yeah.
It's like, oh,
and he was
look,
also
it's-
nice enough to sing to me as well. He was going da 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 da. I was like, oh crap, there's a player nearby, and then I look up and it's just. I'm like, fuck you.
Oh, there's an update for this guy who's doing procedural world generation, and basically it's
Oh.
Minecraft but new. Thanks for leaking that. Who did that? It was GD Bender in chat.
GD Bender.
Yeah, this is the
He's
one
on a
that
GD Bender.
it pretty much like automatically updates as you tear up the world, and actually it's way more detailed in here. It's pretty cool.
Wait, so it's like
But
Minecraft?
It's more
Or
like an
what?
engine. It's more like a Minecraft engine he's making rather than a game, and then people can do whatever they want with it. So, yeah, as you kind of adjust architecture or the world, it automatically will convert to it. So
That's pretty cool.
yeah,
That
the
kind of
textures are
reminds me of
great.
something. Do you remember? I don't know if you've heard of this, but it's like instead of polygons, this guy has a super high detailed computer model that's like instead of polygons, it's an atom.
Yeah,
So like
it's
everything.
like tiny voxels, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, tiny
Oh yeah,
voxel.
yeah. I know what you're talking about. What
Yeah,
was
he
I
has,
forgot
like-
what that method was called.
Yeah, I do
If
too.
you're looking for that, it's procworld.blogspot.de. Mine showing de. But yeah, awesome stuff. I've been following this guy for a while because it's essentially just like Far Cry Minecraft, you know, like the graphics, and it's beautiful the way the blocks kind of form to whatever you end up making.
Can you link that in Skype?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was chat not good enough for you? God.
There you go.
No, because I can't watch it because I'm only got
Actually,
one screen.
I
on
can't.
here.
Otherwise, I'm gonna ruin your guys' monitor. So no.
I did it. It's
Oh, it's so
I'll
pretty.
never get it.
Thank-
But
so pretty.
Yeah.
Can you actually download that? wanna check
no,
this-
I don't know if he has a download yet. I don't think he does, but yeah,
like-
it's pretty much just one dude who's doing this all by himself. I talked about it 2 weeks ago, I think, on the show, and yeah, I mean, he's just progressing along all by himself. No,
pretty
what an enthusiastic guy he is. Cool, but yeah, that's it. Shut up, Phil. That's it, guys, for the Minecraft. Oh my God, I almost said the Minecraft Monday show.
I had made a poopy.
That's
And
it for the Minecraft Monday
and there goes
show.
Dan with his-
Sorry, the Minecraft Tuesday show.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
gotta be accurate.
No, you're right. You're right. Well, as always, thanks Phil and Ian, Verbal Processing. You guys can follow them, FyreUK.
Hey, can
Phil.
I plug my new show?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You're doing this new. So
Yeah.
you're doing this new.
Yeah.
Checking things out. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I'm doing this show called Extra Content. It's about 3 minutes of me
link
checking
that.
out the latest or just the best cosplay, artwork, toys, and replicas I can find that are all video game inspired. So it's like, you know, great cosplay from Firefall, and there's a Metal Gear Rising in there, and a bunch of cool stuff from Mario. And it's either crazy or elaborate or cool or over the top. It's really a lot of fun.
Just put out episode 1 of that, so that was really cool.
Yeah.
I like the style you're doing
Yeah, we
that.
put that out on Wednesday, and we got another one coming up
And
next
then
week.
what's the channel?
I love
It's-
that projector thing at the start of that, by the way. That whatever that
Oh,
weird
yeah,
thing
yeah.
at the start of that video.
Oh,
the
thank you.
projector keyboard thing. Whatever that was, it showed up. I was just like, I want one.
Not to mention, it's like
Yeah, that thing is amazing.
it's like.
I think you
40
need to start
items.
leaving links to where you can buy some of these things or like
Well,
make some
if you
of
go,
this
I mean, I
problem.
don't know that you can buy that. I think that's a
No.
custom project, but the show notes have links to everything. So every single
okay.
thing in the show
There's
is
a
linked
ton.
in there.
Ugh.
If you
That's
mention
good
it,
thinking.
it's linked.
Good
So
thing.
enjoy.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
we-
pretty cool.
Happy to have you on board.
And
We're
then
going to be doing
thanks,
that weekly. Wow.
Thanks for joining, Caveman. Thanks for joining us. Where can I
thanks.
see you guys?
Yeah,
stuff?
nice meeting you, Caveman.
Yeah, nice meeting you.
Hip, hip, huzzah!
Huzzah.
So where can I see your stuff, buddy?
You can see it on my channel, my table, chain,
Chip chop.
Caveman Films.
Caveman
YouTube.
Films. On YouTube.
That's it.
On the YouTube.
I guess you linked up in there, baby. There you go. You got a link in the chat, Danny boy.
Oh, baby.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Oh, yes.
Oh, look at it. It's so majestic.
Honey, you don't got to ask when it comes to a link from me.
Oh, he's got your
It's a
back.
tear to my eye.
He got
It's
your
a tear to
back.
my eye.
So, yeah,
no.
we will see you guys next time, as always. Like I said, iTunes is so weird, so I don't know if this is ever going to be on iTunes.
You do.
It takes
You
like
do. You kind of fail. I think you need a
weeks.
script or an alter view or
No,
something.
we
here.
upload
It's like-
it. It takes like weeks to approve with iTunes. It's easier to put songs that you want to sell on iTunes than it is to put something for free on iTunes. So
They're like, money?
Ah.
We need that.
yeah,
Not to us.
God, evil corporation. So, but then possibly,
didn't have a
actually, this one will be on YouTube because we didn't have any issues last week. We had to restart stream about 3 or 4 times. So yay!
Oh.
So we'll see you guys next week, maybe. Who knows? Follow on Twitter, all of us, any of us, and yeah, on
At
Friday.
Virtual Mighty.
Yeah,
Peace.
yeah.
Cheers.
See you guys later.
Bye.
Hokalaka.
Should we sing a song to go out on?
That's all you. You
Come
gotta
on,
start
people
it.
now. Smile on your brothers. Everybody get together. Try to love one another right now.